Shio Ganali. Yes, well, I can't believe I actually remember that. Yeah, of course.
Shio Ganali, John Bell.
Shio Ganali.
Yeah.
Lovely bit of Cherokee. Well done there, Max.
Thank you. Listen, firstly, bone to pick with you. I wanted you at the premiere. I was so gassed to finally meet you. You weren't there. I know you were doing theatre, but couldn't you have made one night for your stand-in to come in?
I tell you, I begged, I pleaded with them. I said, please let me have the night off. Let me go do the premiere. Let me go do the carpet. But they went, you know what? People have bought their tickets and you can't let people, your ticket holders, your audience down. If there was only one person in that audience that night, I'd have still been going up there. So you gotta give me my dues. You gotta give me my dues.
Okay, fair enough. Did you have FOMO? Were you like looking at all of us living our best life?
Totally. I had so much FOMO. I was looking at them all. I was like, that looks hot. That looks not. I would have definitely worn something. Yeah. But I did make it to the after party. So at least I got some fun out of that night. So, I actually just didn't have to do any of the work. I just got to go and have fun.
The thing was, I said to my mate, I said, you know what? I reckon John's going to wear a crop top. And then you did
I had a fully zipped up kind of trouser moment with like a little like high slit top all the way up to here. It would have been like a moment, but next one for sure. Yeah.
I love how you flex. You are so fun to watch. Like, you love dancing and performing, and for me those are like the best performers, people that actually just, you feel the joy as they're doing things. I saw you recently in one of your friends' videos in a corset dancing around London City, and I was like, I need to be him. What do you channel? Because I watched Harry Styles recently at Coachella and he had that same joy. John, totally. What is it you do?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I was such an extravagant, flamboyant kid, and I've just never let that go. My parents were so supportive of all of that energy, and I went to dance classes and loved musical theatre and all of that growing up. So I've just never let that go, and it served me well. Like, bring that joy into life and with your friends. You know, I recently in that music video was really incredible to be able to collaborate with my friend and really express myself. But after that day of filming that, I did kind of sit back and look back and go, God, I've kind of given a little bit of my heart away in this. Because I hadn't really shown this side of me, but to do it for my friend, it was like, yeah, it's worth it. So yeah, I just, you know, life's short. Just go out there and have fun and spread the joy.
Exactly. Katrina, Sophie, Jess have all told me, no matter how beautiful the corsets look, they're pretty uncomfortable. You were dancing in one, so tell me how you found it.
Mine's more of a fashion corset. I don't know if it's quite as like the real thing, but yeah, no, I think I ended up breaking that corset with the amount of shapes that I was cutting about in Tottenham.
Congratulations. I feel like you've grown up with the show.
Yeah, no, tell me about it. Yeah, we had this conversation actually the other day on set, because we're filming season 7 right now. And like, God, I was like 18 when I joined the show, and now I'm 24. And like Sam and Kat, we were thinking it's going to be like a decade since we were announced or something. You know what I mean? Since the show was actually start. It's incredible to think like where we are now after so long.
I saw some earlier interviews of you when you just started. Oh my God, you were so cute. You almost looked like the sort of mousy, blondie, Albany version of Harry Potter. You had your little specs on. You're like, oh, I'm so happy. Oh, it was so cute. I was like, geez, he was actually a kid.
No, I'm just ruined by the show. No. Although I am looking a little bit more wild. But that's the young Ian side, you know. That's young Ian coming in.
A little birdie told me, and I was a little bit, I can't lie, I was a bit disappointed because it looks so real, that you're rocking a lace weave most of the time.
Yeah, it's a lace front. It is a lace front, but we've got the art of getting it on in like 15 minutes now, which is pretty incredible. So,
what was it like the first time you put something like that on your head? And you have to be serious, because you know, most of young Ian's scenes are quite like serious. He's a serious character.
Yeah, for sure.
How did you not laugh and pull yourself in it?
Well, of course, I've had 2 like hair pieces, right? So my first one was like a full lace front moment. And I was so excited when they put it on, because I was like, oh, I'm gonna whipping it about in the trailer, and they're like, oh no, we're going to pull it back into a ponytail. I was like, oh, that's a bit boring. But every day at the end of set, I take it out and be like, living my drag queen fantasy, apparently. So yeah, it can be quite funny to like just kind of get in the mode with it. But the actual mohawk headpiece with the braids and all that, I don't know, it kind of transforms me. When it comes on, I feel its energy. We have 3 pieces actually, Cher, Mariah, and Brittany. So Cher's number 1, Mariah's back up, and then Brittany's the doubles. So when Cher goes on my head, it's game changing. Yeah, it's a wrap.
Listen, to be serious for a moment though, I think what's beautiful about your character is, Cherokee culture. We're actually seeing a time in history that I think a lot of times the Cherokee community haven't been represented always the best way. And there's you, who's kind of sort of like in between the Frasers and then the Cherokees. And I think it's been beautiful to watch, especially in this season. For you, did you really get absorbed in learning so much about the culture? Because it's such an important thing when you represent a different community to your own.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, well, I mean, Ian as well, he's of course in North Carolina. It's the Cherokees dealing with. It was the Mohawk Nation that he went up to and stayed with them for 3 years. So yeah, it was really important to all of us on the show that we wanted to represent this people accurately and respectfully and truthfully. But the biggest thing that I kind of took away from it is that when we had these 200 or so plus, actors come over from Canada to build and create these communities, that was just the most incredible cultural exchange I've ever experienced in my life, and memories with them that I'll cherish forever. But yeah, it was just like, it starts from the script, and the scripts were always there with the truth of the story.
What an incredible journey for you, John. Like, especially for the finale episode, you are such a big part of this. You are actually the hero, it's fair to say.
He's a pretty good boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I know when I got that final script through, there was a little part of me that was like, come on, which is great. It's great to be the hero in these moments. I mean, we're really building this relationship with his uncle, and so they're basically going to be this team, this duo that have each other's backs from now on, and I love that. I get to work with Sam a bunch too, which is great.
I mean, you've watched the final episode, haven't you?
Yeah.
Did you watch it with the cast, or did you watch it at home on a screener? Like, how was it?
I just watched it on my own. I tried to get like the cast round to watch episodes together. Like, I tried to get Caitlin round to watch episode. It's like, no, we're not doing that together. We're not doing that together. I don't know. I mean, well, it can be a bit weird watching yourself. It can be. So I usually prefer to do it like this.
But I think because yours is such, like, you've got a costume, you truly get into a different identity. It must be fun to watch. But that final episode, did you at least have a group chat? What were you all saying? Because I know for me, do you know what was the nicest feeling? I wasn't in trauma. Oh my God, I was so scared. I thought, please God, don't give me a last episode that's going to make me feel so sad, and then I'm going to have to wait a whole year for the next season.
Yeah.
It finished so beautifully for me.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a nice feeling for you too, do you think?
Yeah, totally. I completely agree. Like, getting to spend those time on the beach, that was like a great way to end that season. And it felt like we knew we were going on to do season 7 as well. So it was just like this kind of, okay, now the adventure really begins. So yeah.
Send not to know for whom the bell tolls. It tolls for thee.
I know you're shooting 7 at the moment, but do you guys like check out your social media? Because I think if there's one thing I've learned about Outlander, the biggest part of Outlander is the fan base. They adore you guys. You guys are like loyalty to them. But do you, after each episode, do you do what I do? Do you all go onto social media and think, God, Lord, let's see what they're all saying?
Not really, no. I mean, I will of course check. I'm only human. Like, I'm curious. I'm going to read what fans think. But we also filmed that so long ago that it's weird to kind of go back and then watch it. So yeah, there's a little bit with the reads, but I do kind of just like to put things in a can and say, I did my best in that moment, and what I can generally see, people are enjoying it, and that's the most important.
And like the fans, have you had, I mean, they're all beautiful and they adore you, but has there been any moments that have been a little bit more like, whoa, this is, because I know that they turn up on your shows and things like that to support you. Has there been one like moment that you thought, wow, this is really overwhelming?
I don't think there's been any moments where I felt like completely overwhelmed by the fans. I've just felt a lot of love and joy. I always love it when people kind of say, oh, I'm named my puppy Rolo, or this is the kind of things that really make me smile. And I just love to also see when we get to meet fans as well, much more in person and in personal kind of like connections with people. That as you're right, it's not just like, it feels not just like your regular fan base. There's a community here that I just love to celebrate and be a part of.
As an actor, like, that's the type of stuff that, you know, Marvel superheroes have. You guys are on par with the fan base. It's insane.
Yeah.
I just wonder what it feels like, because it's so incredible to just watch on my timeline how much they adore you guys.
They're all so respectful and lovely and gorgeous. So it's just like it's like I constantly just getting a big warm hug. I mean, it could be really bad for your ego, you know, because you kind of go through life thinking, oh, you're reading all these comments, you're incredible, you're amazing. I'm like, that's really sweet, thanks. But when you walk down your street in Glasgow and someone calls you a fanny, it's like, oh, okay, there's real life. Like, you know, humbled.
Okay. We've got 5 minutes. I want to make the most of this last bit of time that we've got. Season 7. I've got little bits. I'm excited. I love that you guys always share behind the scenes stuff, which is so nice, because there's not like an NDA, don't share anything till release, which is nice. What's the atmosphere like now going into season 7? We're not in lockdown, so it must feel different. And most importantly, do you still need pocket warmers, or is it a little bit warmer where you are?
We currently don't need pocket warmers or thermals. Hallelujah. Yep. But it's a really interesting feeling going on to this season. In particular, I think for Sam and Kat, we've talked about it a little bit, and they've said that it feels like season 1 again, that there's this community feeling of us all together. Because if you think about it, like season 2, we're in the future a lot. Season 3, you know, Claire's a doctor, Jamie's in the past. 4, I'm joining in the family. Now we've been a family for so long. And we've got these connections, and we're really strong as a cast, that going on to this big season, we're talking 16 episodes. We're here for a year filming. It's going to be massive.
Wow.
It feels like, it's a really exciting, positive time. Yeah, it's great.
And do you guys get competitive? Do you compare it to the season before and think, guys, we have got to, like, as a cast, do you guys look at things like ratings and success?
No, I don't think we look at like specific things like ratings and success, but when we get these scripts through, we look at these stories and we go, is this going to be the best one yet? And so far, these scripts for season 7 are just incredible. They really are. It's such a pleasure to get to play this. And you know, Outlander as a show, it has shifted tonally throughout the years, you know. So season 6 again felt like a bit of more of a sort of foreboding, you know, kind of something building to. Season 7 is the crash. It's everything that's gonna.
Okay. If you could convince the creators to let you decide what's going to happen, what would you love to see happen for him?
For young Ian, I want to see him happy. I want to see him settle down and in love. Yeah, that's what I want for young Ian. Definitely. He's got so much love to get, you know.
I know.
There's so much. He's always sacrificing himself. Like, stop it, Ian.
This is really important. I've been interrogating all the different cast members that I've interviewed, so I have to do the same thing with you.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't know still who the baby daddy is and who's the killer. And Melva, bless her, she was a little evil, lovable character that I adore, and I think it's really important for us to get to the bottom of this. So, John Bell, young Ian, is he the baby daddy?
Is he the baby daddy? You're just gonna have to wait to find out.
But he did have to
I'm sorry.
John, he did get down with her.
He could be. Like, he could be.
Jessica said to me that she's got around more than you know. And I was like, really?
Yeah, I think Ian certainly got it in his head that it's a possibility. What's the show we need? Like, we need like an Outlander. Is it Dr. Phil or something in America?
It? No, we need a who done it.
You are not the father.
Okay, killer. I can't see, honestly, hand on heart, I don't want to even ask you this question because young Ian is a beautiful soul and there is no way he would kill anything deliberately unless it was evil. So I have to ask you because it's just fair, because otherwise people will think I'm picking different characters.
Yeah.
Are you the killer?
Young Ian? I don't think young Ian's I don't think I'm the killer. But I do kill.
Yeah. Do you know who the baby daddy is?
Do I know who the baby daddy is? No, I don't think so.
Clearly you don't read the script properly then. Do you know who the killer is?
No, absolutely not. Stop. No, I don't know any of it.
You give me jokes. All right, and final thing. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fans, the supporters who adore you? This season's come to an end and they're already saying, please, please, please don't make us wait for 2 years. So is there a message you can give them and give them an insight of when they'll get season 7?
I get a big message out to them is just consistently, as we say, we love and adore you and we would not be able to make this show without this support. It's incredible. After this season, there's going to be a bit of a Droughtlander. I'm going to put my hands up and say it, but there are ways to survive it. You know, we're going to be posting as much as we can, as much as, you know, our Lords Above let us. I'll hopefully get some more TikToks out throughout. And silly videos and stuff like that. And just, as you know, read the books, and go back and watch the show again. And it'll fly by. It'll fly by.
It won't be 2 years though, will it?
I hope not. But I mean, even if it is, like, this is going to be the biggest season so far. It's.
You guys say this every time. Stop.
No, I'm sorry. It is though. Like, it is. It's huge.
Is it?
It's blowing my mind. It's blowing my mind.
I'm so excited. Listen, it was lovely to chat to you. Congratulations. You've been wonderful to watch. Enjoy season 7. And thank you for the chat. I hope we get to chat again soon.
Cheers, honey. Thank you. Lovely to meet you.